Okay, so you've just filed for unemployment in North Carolina, and now you're waiting, constantly refreshing that browser tab, right? Well, you are absolutely in the right place. Today, we're doing a complete step-by-step explainer on how to navigate the NC unemployment system.
Look, let's be honest. Filing for unemployment, it is stressful enough. But sitting around in the dark, wondering when those benefits are actually going to hit your bank account, that can be incredibly overwhelming. It's totally valid to feel anxious about it. But hey, we are going to solve that problem together right now by completely demystifying the tracking process.
Okay, let's dive into this. Here is our game plan for today. We'll quickly cover basic eligibility, show you how to set up your online access, and then get to the good stuff, checking your actual claim status. We'll wrap it all up with some troubleshooting and best practices.
Starting off with Section 1, eligibility and getting started. So, first things first, you need to know who you're actually dealing with. That's DES, the North Carolina Division of Employment Security. They're part of the state's Department of Commerce, and basically, they are the official agency running this joint federal-state program. Whenever you're looking for an official email or a trusted website, DES is the name you want to look out for.
Now, to actually be eligible for these weekly payments, which, by the way, max out at about $350 a week in North Carolina, you've got to meet 4 pretty strict baseline rules. You have to be unemployed through absolutely no fault of your own, like a company layoff. You need to have earned enough wages over the last 15 months from an employer paying unemployment taxes. And going forward, you must be physically able to work, available to work, and actively out there hunting for a new job.
All right, pay super close attention here because this is a massive point of confusion for so many people. To actually get paid, you have to use 2 completely different systems. My NCUI Benefits is the portal where you actually apply for the money and track your status. But, and this is a big but, state law also says you have to register for work with the state job service, and that happens over on ncworks.gov. You absolutely must have active accounts on both of these sites or your money is going to get delayed or even denied.
Which brings us right to Section 2, setting up online access. If you haven't set up your My NCUI Benefits account yet, here is exactly how you do it. First, just go to des.nc.gov and hit Create an Online Account. Select the Individual/Claimant option and pop in your Social Security number. Now, Step 3 is where people trip up. You have to create a really complex password. They do not mess around here. It needs at least 8 characters, an uppercase letter, a lowercase letter, a number, and a special character. After that, just check your email, click the activation link they send you, and you are in.
Okay, moving on to Section 3, checking your claim status. This is what you're really here for. So when it comes to checking your status, you've got a few options, but the absolute fastest way is the My NCUI Benefits web portal. It gives you real-time updates and lets you upload documents straight to your file. Just a quick heads up though, the whole system goes down for maintenance every single night between 11 p.m. and 3 a.m., so don't try logging in them. You could also call their support hotline during normal business hours, but yeah, you're going to be dealing with call queue wait times. Oh, and you'll probably see Felix, the little AI chatbot on the site. Felix is great if you have a quick 24/7 question about the process, but just remember, a bot cannot actually approve your claim. Now, once you're logged in, you might bump into some serious bureaucratic jargon. The big one is SCOOBY. That stands for the Southeast Consortium Unemployment Benefits Integration. Sounds super intimidating, but honestly, it's just the invisible software that handles your claim. The second you hit submit, SCOOBY scans your application, looking for any potential eligibility issues. And if SCOOBY does flag something, your claim is probably going to show up as pending. So the crucial point here is please do not panic if you see the word pending. Literally, all it means is that a real human being at desk has to manually look over your file. It's not a denial, they just might need a little extra info from you to verify everything. All right, let's pivot a bit to Section 4, troubleshooting common issues. 30. Lock this number in your brain right now. If you mess up your password and lock your account, you have to wait exactly 30 minutes before the system resets. If you get impatient and try again at minute 28, bam, the clock starts completely over. Just go grab a coffee, wait the full half hour, and then try resetting it.
Here are a few more rapid-fire fixes for those classic panic moments. First, double-check your password's case sensitivity. Those capital letters really matter. Second, if you couldn't file your weekly claim because the phone lines were jammed or the site was down, take a breath. DES actually has a policy to backdate your claim to your initial attempt so you won't lose your spot.
And finally, if you are completely locked out and nothing is working, you can send an email straight to ncdespasswordhelp@ncommerce.com for serious account help.
Okay, home stretch. Let's get into Section 5, Best Practices and Tips.
To keep things running smoothly, you need to build two really important habits. First, you absolutely must file your weekly certifications online every single week. Oh, and by the way, North Carolina has this mandatory unpaid waiting week for your first eligible week. You won't get a check for it, but you still have to file the certification anyway. Second habit, go into your profile settings right now and opt in to SMS text alerts. It is a total game changer. It'll ping your phone the exact second DES needs info from you or whenever they update your documents.
Now, real quick before we finish up, this explainer is intended for informational purposes only and does not constitute legal or financial advice. For personalized advice or assistance, please consult the North Carolina Division of Employment Security or a legal professional.
Which brings us to our final thought. Now that you have the tools, the vocab, and the troubleshooting tricks to navigate the DES system, are you ready to take control of your unemployment claim? Because honestly, knowledge is power here. Knowing exactly where to click, what to look for, and who to email gives you the absolute best shot at getting your benefits without a hitch. Thank you so much for joining me for this explainer. Go get those weekly certifications filed, and I will catch you in the next one.